Our combined gross income was $20,000 for the year. We thought we had made $20,000. We lived in my father-in-law's mom's house, and we paid $100 a month rent. So the rest was just monthly. Isn't that great? $20,000 annual income. And that was back in 1980, and then I got that job, and things started really progressing. 3.5 years later, we're expecting Adam. We decided to buy a home. So we've got a baby on the way, we're buying a home, and we had Adam, and then every day I had to take him to daycare. And I did not like it. I cried every day, but we just bought a new home and had a baby. Our income had increased, but I needed to continue to work. Is any of you here taking a child to daycare that would like to not have to do that? Yeah. How about some of you that would like to take your kids to daycare? We always have more hands that go up. With Networks Quote, you can hire people called nannies, and they can take really good care of your children while you work from home. So it's okay if you want to. We've got chairs up here. If you guys want to come up, we've got 3 right up front. Come on in. We don't want any guests. Yeah, there's 3 right up front here. There's a couple over here. So we've got people in the back helping you guys out. There's a couple more over here on this side. All right, so Adam came along. We decided, wow, I've got to keep working, and then we want to have another baby, and so we decided to have another baby. And we decided that we were going to cut our income literally in half, and I was going to become a stay-at-home mom. Awesome time. So here I am, 7 years into being a stay-at-home mom. Katie enters kindergarten and goes on into first. And as she starts entering first grade, Dave starts saying that job word. As if you need to get one. He said, Pam, before you know it, the kids are going to be needing a car. They are going to be needing insurance. They're going to be wanting to go to college. We'd like to be able to offer them that opportunity. They're also going to be getting married. And I said, honey, they're 7 and 10. How could that be possible? And here they are now, 27 and 30. It just seemed like it was too far off. I'm the one in the household that spends money. Who's the one in the household that spends money?
Woo!
We're the fun ones.
We're the fun ones.
And who in the household is a saver? You need that balance. That's healthy. Well, they're not the fun ones. Well, I like to spend it. I like to make it too. So that's okay if you're making it and spending it. That's okay. And Dave likes to save it, which is a very healthy balance of our family. So I started listening and I thought, okay, if I need to get a job, I'm going to work around the kids' schedule. I still want to be participating in their daily lives. So this is what I do. I write down what I want in life. I journal what I want in life. I just had a call. Go listen to the call last Monday night. We could go Monday with Dr. Don, myself, and Cara. If you have not listened to that call, go back and click on the calendar and listen to that call. It is extremely powerful, very powerful. Everything that I've received in life, I feel like I just called it out there, wrote it down, and things start to happen. So I wrote a job description of what I wanted my day to be like if I had to go get one of those jobs. And so it started out like this. I want to be able to get the kids off to school leisurely, not hectic. You know what it's like getting the kids off to school hectic? Who does that right now? Do any of you have kids like mine where, okay, if her socks line up right perfectly, that line on the socks, that line up perfectly across the toes? Do they implode and have to take everything off and start over? And the bus is coming. That just happened 30 minutes ago when we could have had time to do it. So here, I want it leisurely, and then as soon as they leave, you want to have a great cup of coffee and read some inspirational book. And then if you don't go work out in the morning, it doesn't happen. And then by the time you get home, you need to shower, you get a little hungry, you call the girls for lunch. And then, you know, after that, Maddie, Patty, psychiatric visit. Sometimes we need those every week just to get through. And then it's 3 o'clock, it's time to get them off the bus. And then here we go, you know, snack time, homework. Then there's Oprah. She's on at 5 o'clock. And then dinner time, and then bath time, bedtime, daytime. That's a good job description of a day in life, isn't it? And I wanted to make a 6-figure income. Working part-time, spare time around all of that. Well, not one person was hiring. Not one. I put it out there, no one wanted me. I thought, oh my gosh. And so jokingly, you know, my husband was in construction, and out here he was in construction in sales. And we had great clients that be multi-million-dollar business owners. And we would take them out to dinner. We would entertain them. So we took a couple out to dinner. They lived a couple hours away from us. And I jokingly told them my job description. And about a week later, after that dinner, I get an opportunity phone call to come to a local college in my hometown, which was at that time Roanoke, Virginia, to go to Roanoke College, sit in a classroom and listen to a new opportunity that was coming through the area. And he said, you know what, I got excited about it, Pam. I thought it might be an opportunity for you to fulfill that job description. It sounded totally weird to me. I'm like, why is this gentleman who's got a multi-million-dollar construction company, owns it, interested in another opportunity? I'd never been invited to anything like that. Did you all have invitations out there to guests to come tonight that did not show up? How many of you, please stand up if you invited a guest here tonight that, and they're still telling you, they're texting you right now saying, I'm coming. Anybody got somebody texting you and saying right now they're coming? They're not coming. They're not going to be here. And if there's somebody out in the lobby waiting on somebody, tell them to come on in. They're not coming. And you know why they're telling you they're coming? They don't want to hurt your feelings. And they're praying that you never ask them again. That's why they're confused, they don't understand it. They think they're going to have to get up here and we're going to take their clothes off and wrap them. They're just not quite sure what it is. So I told him, because he was a good client of my husband's and I was confused about it, I said, oh yeah, I'll go. So Wednesday morning, he calls, he says, what did you think? I said, what? I've already forgotten. He said, the meeting I suggested you go to. I said, something came up, I couldn't go, made something else up. He said, you know what, that's okay, Pam, because they're going to be there next Tuesday, and the Tuesday after that. And the Tuesday after that, I'll call you every Monday to invite you to go, and then I'll follow up with you on Wednesday. Now that's pretty smart, isn't it? So that's what I would tell your guests. We're going to be here next week too, and the week after, and the week after. And because of his persistence, I knew I needed to go. So I said, Dave, all right, he's your client. Let's make a date night. Let's go to that opportunity meeting next Tuesday night, and we did. So we arrive, and we walk up and walk into the classroom, and it's almost full, just like this room. Probably 30 seats. They're almost all full, and it's all men. I'm like, this is going to be fun. I'm the only woman here. I must be the only smart woman here or the dumbest woman in town. I don't know yet. And you guess who else is there? My next door neighbor, Larry. And Larry looks at me very perplexed, and he says, what are you doing here? And I said, what are you doing here? He said, well, I like this opportunity. I joined this opportunity. I said, well, I don't know anything about it. I came, a friend asked, Dave said, and I'm here. And he goes, oh. He said, well, my wife suggested I say something to you, but I didn't think you would be interested. And because Larry prejudged me and didn't invite me, and the gentleman that did invite me, I eventually got started in that company because of one thing. Through that opportunity presentation was old-fashioned flip chart. You ever go to one of those with an old-fashioned flip chart? They got to a page called residual income. You know, if you get a few, who get a few, who get a few, that adds up to quite a bit. And I understood that because we had service contracts on those IBM computers we sold. And that's where we made most of our money, was the annual renewals on those service contracts. So this company had monthly renewals on long distance. And I got that. So I went from being totally uninterested, only think about what I was going to order for dinner, arms crossed, not paying hardly any attention, to sitting bolt upright in my chair, glued to that page. Totally into it. And have you ever noticed that somebody was staring at you? Could you just feel it? And I kind of looked over because I felt like this burning look was going into my head. And I looked over, and that was Dave. And he's got this look like, oh no, she likes this. I mean, he could tell I went from 0 interest to over 100% interest. And he also knew one other thing about me. He knew if I got in anything, I gave it everything I had. Is there anyone else like that in the room? I mean, if you join, if you pay money, and the kids, we raised our kids this way. If mama pays money for dance, you're in there all year. You know, you cannot back out. You may not like it, you may cry every time, but you're going. We joined and we bought a costume. You're all in. Adam learned that with football. They learned next time, just play around and practice with it first before you join. And I was one of those moms. Do you have PTA here and room moms? Do you have room moms? Any room moms here? Yeah. Yeah, we get pretty vicious over the cupcakes. Yeah. I mean, we had a cupcake war, like who's going to bring the biggest, baddest cupcakes? And so they put in a cupcake ruling after the year that I was the hungry mom. You know, just competitive over silly things like that. I don't know what drives me. But he knew if I got started in that, he might not ever see his wife again. Now, this is 1994. So I left that meeting totally into it, but not quite understanding anything I heard. So I did my due diligence, and I went to the library because we did not have Google, Yahoo, and all that cool stuff. And I read some books on the industry called direct sales, network marketing, whatever you want to call it. And I found out it was a model industry. And then I started asking questions about that particular company. I found out they were really growing. I also found out it was fairly new to the area. And so 6 months after that, I joined that company. And I did something else for the next 6 months. I did absolutely nothing. I did not bring on board one customer or one single distributor because I was living in such fear. Fear of not being able to answer questions, fear of what people might think, fear of the industry, things that were coming up every day just to prolong it. I was afraid to ask anybody to do something for me. Is there anyone else in the room that's been on board with us that has not brought on board a customer or a distributor? Would you be brave enough to raise your hand? Because you're going to be right there where I was. As she pointed to her husband and boyfriend. Future millionaire. Future millionaire.
Woo!
Once something shifts in you, and I hope it happens tonight, you're unstoppable. See, it doesn't matter what your neighbors think. It doesn't matter what your family thinks. They don't think much about you anyway. Right? And your friends don't either. They know what you've been up to the last 20, 30, 40 years. They've never seen you be an entrepreneur before. They've never seen you be successful before. They've never known you to make a six-figure income. And they're just going, yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, what my sponsor kept doing, which was really smart, he was as persistent in trying to get me started as he did to ask me to join. And he kept calling and encouraging me and encouraging me and encouraging me. And so 6 months later, after I joined, he encouraged me to go to a room 2 hours away from my home, just like this room. He said the top money earner in that company is going to be there. Tammy's a former teacher, just like you, and he's exactly your age. The only difference is he got started 3.5 years ago, and he's making a double-digit, six-figure monthly income. And I went, whoa. All right, maybe this is what I need to hear. I've not heard anybody that had had success. So I drove for 2 hours by myself because who would I invite? I hadn't told anybody anything. And so I sat in the back of that room and I listened to this gentleman tell his story. And something moved within me. Something got excited again. Some belief started stirring up in me. And I stood in line to talk to him. And I got up close and I started hearing him give advice, and I thought maybe he could give me some. And as I shook his hand, all of a sudden, all this stuff started coming out of me as far as excuses of why I had not gotten started. Stuff that I didn't even know was in me. And I mean, it's called throwing up on somebody with excuses. And he just took a step back, I'll never forget it, and he looked me dead in the eye, and he said, "You're just too pussy." I'm thinking, nobody ever talks to me that way, except maybe my own daddy. But you know what? He was right. See, I thought, well, you're educated. You were making all this money selling computers. What's this? See, I had it all wrong. And after talking to him a little bit more, for 2 hours, I drove home and cried, bawled like a baby, and said, if I don't get started, I'm going to have to go get a job. I don't want to get a job. I want to get started. I want to work part-time, spare time. I believe that I can do that. And I got up the next morning and I started running with this. And running and running and running. The only other company I've been with besides It Works Global. And I took off. And you know, because my next door neighbor, Larry, prejudged me, eventually moved, never spoke to me again. My sponsor was earning in excess of $10,000 a month off my efforts. Isn't that crazy? So don't prejudge anyone. And if you haven't gotten started and you've got team members that haven't gotten started, encourage them. Encourage them. Encourage yourself every day. And so for 6.5 years, I was a big part of that company. I absolutely loved it. Gave it everything I had. Learned a lot about the industry. Fell in love with the industry. It gave me that job description that I wanted. It gave us money in the bank. It gave us a future. Dreams were starting to come true. And then I saw something happen that I saw happen selling IBM computers. As the computers got smaller, the commissions got smaller. This was a long distance service that started out at 50 cents a minute and went down to 3 pennies. It took a lot more customers and distributors to even consider making the same amount of money. Eventually, the owner sold the company to a corporation and a heart left, and you could just see the writing on the wall. That company was not going to make it. And so I made a very difficult decision. I decided in November of 2000 that I would close that business down. That I could no longer sit across the kitchen table from someone and say, you have the same opportunity as me. I knew that that wouldn't be truth. That was a really difficult decision. But I did that, and I had a lot of friends in that company. I've made a lot of friends, not just on my team, but all over the country with that company. Have y'all made some of the best friends you've ever had with Networks Global?
Yes.
That should be a part of the marketing plan. These are friends going in the same direction. Friends that inspire you, friends that show up for you, friends for life. Well, I made a lot of friends with that other company, and a gentleman in particular, we became close friends. He used to train my team. He lived an hour away from me. I would help train his team. We were in the same position with that company. He left prior to me leaving, and he was going on a project to Israel for a ministry, a very large ministry, about an hour away from my home. He's going to be gone 18 months. And while he's in the warehouse getting materials packed up to take on this trip, he overheard through the Hispanic ministry, he overheard about a product, a team of doctors and scientists right in the heart of Mexico City, a pharmaceutical company with a nutraceutical and a cosmeceutical division had developed a formula. At that time, it was 12 years old. This is the year 2000. And it was delivered through massage therapy and high-end med spas and salons throughout Europe and Mexico, and upwards of $300 of treatment. And this team of doctors and scientists, they decided that they wanted to make it an in-home use. They went to the pharmaceutical side of their business, and they took that little cloth delivery system. You sometimes see it as an estrogen patch or a smoker's patch. And they enlarged that cloth. They engineered and designed it so that it could conform to the body, various body parts from the neck down. And then they put a formula on it, that 12-year-old formula. They hand spatula it on it, folded it up inside itself, put it in a baggie to keep it fresh for a year. Pretty ingenious. They had a prototype of this. They said, no, let's think about where we want to take it. Why don't we take it into the country that absolutely loves instant gratification without changing lifestyle? One of the most vain countries in the world, right? But we found out that Australia is the same way. New Zealand is the same way. Canada, France, the United Kingdom, Spain, Belgium, Ireland, they're all the same. They want instant gratification without changing lifestyle. They want a formula that tones and tightens and firms in 45 minutes. And so here he overhears this, and they said, do you know anybody that might be interested in helping us bring this product to market? And he thought about me for a couple of reasons. He knew me. He knew that I just closed my business down. We had just given him a going away party a week before. And you know how women are. We get together, we talk about what's going on. And you know, I was talking about how literally overnight the backpack fairy would come in and inject that into my back. And, you know, I was going through that phase of life called menopause, and I thought, if this could help that, oh my gosh, if that could work, are you kidding? And he calls me and starts telling me about it, and I didn't believe a word he said. Not one, he didn't even know enough to tell me, but he called me and he said, you know, they really love this Hispanic ministry, and they know this doctor. He's a part of the Hispanic ministry. He's also an MD. He knows part owner of this pharmaceutical company, and he's got a lot of integrity. It might be something you want to listen to. And I said, well, can you get them on the phone? I need to know more. He didn't know enough, but I was intrigued. Now, were you skeptical when you first heard about this? Who was skeptical? Absolutely. But were you intrigued? See, you got to see pictures. You got to see before and after pictures first. See, I got nothing. I've got a gentleman that barely even knows what it is. He just had overheard it. And so I said, can you get me on the phone with whoever can tell me a little bit about it? And a couple hours later, the phone rings. It's like winning that $20,000 too good bonus. That's how I felt. The phone is ringing. And on the other end of the line is Luis Fajarez. Now, who has heard Luis speak? Yeah, you can't understand him, can you? He's from Spain, born and raised. And one of the lead doctors was there. He's from Mexico. He said, hello, that's it. And here I am from the South. And so we bantered back and forth a little bit, some niceties, and then I thought, well, I need to be intelligent here, and I need to ask intelligent questions. And so I said, well, here's one, what's in it? I mean, that's pretty intelligent, isn't it? Did you wonder what was in it for about 2 seconds? Yeah. And so Louise says, hairballs. Hairballs. Hairballs? Hairballs. I thought, well, that's organic. He goes, no, herbs. Oh, herbs, I get that, like marijuana. Herbs, yes, we have that. Especially now we have that. Herbs, I think he said, no. So don't go put on Facebook hairballs as in this product, because we won't sell any. And if you put the marijuana's in it, we will sell out. Would that be something? I bet they're doing that in Colorado. We're shipping a lot of product to Colorado. No, there's no hairballs in it. And then I asked them a few more questions, and I'm so intrigued. I'm like, oh wow, they really, can you tell when someone's passionate? They were passionate, they were serious, they were willing to fly into the country and bring a box of that stuff. They did not have a name for it, but they were willing to do that if I would be willing to fly down and meet them. And we met in Texas. And but before I left, I had a little bit of a problem. See, I told Dave that I was going to shut that business down and not do anything for a couple of months. Go through the holidays, get into January, and then figure it all out. So I had to go in and tell him that I was going to go down to Texas and meet a guy from Spain and Mexico, and they had this hairball marijuana product that was going to work on my back fat. And he does what every man would do. He said, you're not going. And I did what all women do. I bought my ticket. Isn't that what we did? We bought a ticket. So I'd already bought it before I told him. That's what we do. So I said, well, honey, I got to go already, so I gotta go. And it'll be all right. So for 3 days, I meet with them. 3 days we meet, and we go back and forth on the product. They hand me the box, and they take it away. They wanted to figure out if we could work together. There had to be some trust there. So after 3 days, my flight is coming up, and they decide, yes, let's do this. Let's give this box to Pam. Let's let her try the product, and then we'll take it from there. Because doesn't it have to work on you? Absolutely. You have to try it. It needs to work on you. You need to build your story through the product. And so here I have one box of that product, and in that box were 3 wraps. Just 3, not 4. And I come home, and they said, we're going to give you a few instructions. They said, we want you to wear one every 72 hours and wear each one for 45 minutes in the same area. And we think, Pam, that should be your problem area, and we think that's your stomach. Don't tell people where you think their problem area. Seriously, I thought it was my back. I guess they couldn't see that. And they said, another thing, we want you to be really, really positive. And I thought, that's odd. That must have something to do with those herbs. So I thought, oh my gosh, Dave is going to be there. Okay, so Dave is going to be there. I need to invite my most positive friend, Patty. She needs to come over and help me. So Patty came, Adam is there, Kay's there, and I stand in my kitchen, ready to wrap my problem area. This is before, didn't even think to take a picture. We didn't have cell phones back, well, we did, but they were as big as this microphone with my parents. So I stood in the kitchen, I unfolded it, and didn't you wonder if it was easy? I wondered if it was really that easy. I mean, it appears complicated. Can we go to the next slide, please? We're already on it. Who knows me that well? You do? All right, so I take it out, and I unfold it. That's pretty brilliant, isn't it? Now, is there anyone in the room that did not unfold it? Anyone? Oh, yes. Did it work? Usually it still works. There's just a little hint. Did you notice something? A little bit. Yeah, just that. Well, and you later figured out you needed to unfold it. Yes. Yeah, because it's just not big enough in that little square. And here's all the places you can put it. And later we came out with one for the face, which we absolutely love. Different formulation. Toes, tightens, firms, and lifts the face. Incredible. Looks like a Jason Halloween mask. And so I stood there in the kitchen, I unfolded it, I put it on, and I did not move for 45 minutes. Just like still could be. And then I noticed, we were talking and joking, and for those of you who are wrapped tonight, who feels cool? It's a little cooling sensation. Anybody feel warm? It's hard to feel warm in this weather. Oh, we've got some warmth. How about a little bit of both? A little bit of both. I was kind of feeling a little bit of both. And so I waited the 45 minutes, and they kept kind of looking down here, and I'm like, why are you looking down there? And they goes, well, is stuff going to fall out? I said, I don't think so. They didn't tell me anything was going to fall out. What do you mean? I don't know. And they keep looking. I'm like, no, nothing's going to fall out. So after 45 minutes, I slowly peel it away. And Dave kind of goes like this. Gets up and just walks out of there. Adam is right on his heels. I mean, they didn't say a word. And I'm like looking, and Patty's like, it's going to work, it's going to work. And Patty goes, give me one of those things. I'm more positive than you are. I said, no, you can't. They said for me to use all three before I form an opinion. Now, isn't that smart? So they just got an aha moment. Yes. Use all three before you form an opinion. Brilliant. So I waited 72 hours. I put another one on. Again, as I take it off, I saw a little bit of difference in my skin. But, I told my girlfriends I was going to be a size 2 by the end of that month. I just didn't like seeing that. And so I go to bed that night thinking, oh my gosh, Pam, we've got one more. You've already told your mother-in-law about this. So she's calling. All my girlfriends are calling. They're actually wanting something that I have. They never wanted anything before except maybe for my husband. That was it. They never wanted to be on my service before anything. They wanted to try this. And so as I wake up the next day, the alarm clock goes off, I jump up out of bed, and I stop dead in my tracks. And I'm telling you, I felt different. I felt so different. I actually looked down in the bed. I felt like I'd left part of me there. Have you ever woken up and felt different? You felt smaller? More firm? It's crazy, isn't it? Crazy. You know that? I dropped a size. Second wrap next day. At 6:30, I start calling everybody I knew. I started telling them my results. They wanted it, so I called back down that day. I said, Louise, I need 500 boxes of that stuff. I need 499 for me and one for my girlfriend Patty. And you know, they started sending me product. We started getting it on people. We started having miraculous results quickly. It was insane. And I knew we had our hands on something. I knew it. I just knew that this product would be an incredible product for the U.S. And it would be an amazing product to put in that vehicle called network marketing because it shows itself off in 45 minutes. How many of you, would you stand up to show our guests, how many of you had results first round? Please stand up. Keep standing. Yeah. Let us see it. All right, look around. Is that the majority that's in the room? Absolutely. All right, have a seat. How many of you needed to try it a second time, like me? Please stand up. Would y'all say that's less that stood up? Absolutely. How many needed it a third time? Would you say that's even less? Yeah. All right, how many needed it a fourth time? Please stand up. We want our guests to see a fourth time. We had one. How about anybody need it more than 4? That's why we ended up putting 4 in a box. Now, when you have your wrap parties, when you're out wrapping people, can you remember this visualization we just went through? The majority of the people, this is crazy. In pharmaceuticals, if you introduce a new product and half the people that try it don't expire, or have an adverse side effect, that's a $1 billion product. Do you think this is? We just saw results where the majority, the vast majority had results the first time, a handful more needed the second, even less the third, a handful less. So when you have your wrap parties, when you're out wrapping people, remember that. Some people just need to try it again, right? Doesn't that make sense? Louise later told me it's working. On the first one's working. It's just not showing itself off yet. It's getting everything prepared. The second one's enhancing it. And then the third, and then why don't we do something pretty ingenious? Why don't we do personally ourselves use one every 72 hours in our problem area? And so I knew I've got the product. Now I need the infrastructure. We need a company. We need someone that can run it. You know, I know what my gifts are. My gifts are being out in the field. I want to be that first wrap girl. I want to be out bringing this product to market, physically out in the field, wrapping people, talking about the product, building through that compensation plan that I knew we could build for you, a lucrative compensation plan. I knew that. I knew that I could possibly do that. And so I kept asking, I said, who could run this company? Who has the ability to understand not only network marketing, but traditional business? Because behind the network marketing, doesn't it have to be a traditional business infrastructure? Don't you have to have shipping, right? Some of you just saw who is in charge of our logistics or shipping. They were on the 2-foot drawing. What about, do we need customer service? Isn't that normal to need customer service in a business? No, don't you need a facility to warehouse your products? And now we have our own warehousing and manufacturing in Australia. Don't you need that? Absolutely. So who could do that? Who could help throw some money into this? Don't you need money to get a business off the ground and running? Absolutely. So there was a couple in that former company that I was with, that when that company started breaking down, when the writing was on the wall, that the top 10 money earners were all approached, the leaders, they were called the Eagle Team. And they were offered an additional bonus each month. They would go around the country and talk and say that everything was okay. Every single leader said yes, but one couple. They said, no, that is not the truth. That is not honest. We will not do that. And therefore, they lost their position with that company, and that was their only source of income. They were raising 3 children. And because they stayed in integrity, because they stayed honest, they got a phone call about this product. And that is your CEO and his wife Mark and Cindy Pentecost. The stated integrity caused them to get the phone call. So I called. They flew from Michigan, where they were living, to Virginia. They tried the product that night in their hotel room. They both had success. Mark saw Cindy get animated. He didn't understand it. What is that? I mean, think about it. It didn't have a name on it. The box was written in Spanish. And you know, just think about it. What would you have done? What would you have done? Maybe not even go. But they came, they tried, they called people, they wanted it. They said, don't come back up to Michigan without it. So together in January of 2001, we formed our company and we said, let's be bold. Let's call the company what the product does. It works. Because everyone said, well, that really worked. Well, that works. We didn't call it might work on the second time. It really works if you unfold it. We just called it works. And then later, as we became a global company, we added the word global. So that was the year 2001. And I became that first frat girl. And you talk about ruining people. I ruined everybody that came on board the first 3 years. I did not know how to talk about it. So I went out and discovered it. How do you talk about it? And I figured out the less you say, the better. I started rapping. People started getting accustomed to rapping people. That's a little odd in the beginning, isn't it? And we started growing very, very slowly. Very slowly. As a matter of fact, your business may mimic what ours was in the beginning, or it may take a part of this early momentum that we're experiencing and grow very fast. I remember when we had our first $1,000 month in total combined sales. Can you believe that? So think about this. You want your first $1,000 month? And then I remember when we had our first $30,000 month in total combined sales. And then several years later, we had our first diamond. And then I remember when we celebrated our first $100,000 month. And just last year, we celebrated our $457 million annual business. It's because 14 very short years. 14 is not a long time to build a company of that stature. However, your business has the same capacity. You're no different than I am. You can have that first $1,000 month. You can have that first $10,000 month. You can be that first diamond in your organization. Your business can grow as vastly as our current company is. There's that much potential. Absolutely. And so what we decided, let's do something different. Let's not only bring on board distributors, what about all the people that want to just try the product? How many of you were customers first before you were distributors? Look around the room. Aren't you thankful we have the Loyal Customer Program? We decided to put together a program that would benefit that first-time consumer. Because sometimes they just want to try it. We want to give them a discount, but we also want to offer them some benefits to stay with us. Don't you want to keep your customers? So what we did is we put together a Loyal Customer Program that will waive the $50 membership fee if you'll agree to buy one item, just one product from us once a month for 3 months. And so you typically be turned on to the wrap. You want that. And then there's the sister product to the wrap, a product that maintains and enhances your results called Defining Gel. And we even put some packs together to offer those two products for you at an even stiffer discount, which I absolutely love. And as a loyal customer, if you purchase so much, we can offer you free shipping. If you stay with us over a period of time, we'll offer you free shipping. We'll also offer you a certain amount of everything that you spend back towards free product. So the wrap pack is our first package at a very strong discount at $69. You get a box of 4 wraps and a sample of the defining gel. And then we've got the skinny pack, which is one of our strongest sellers. It introduces you to a full box of wraps, a full-size tube of defining gel, and we're going to introduce you to the first supplement we had in our line called Fat Fighter. We brought that on board because we absolutely love to eat. And that gives you the ability to gently remove the extra fat and carbs from the food that you ingest through the stomach and not the colon. What I love about that is there's a couple of strong advantages. A lot of times we think we know when we're going to eat, and we don't. And so if you're taking a colon-based product, you have to take it an hour prior to eating. With the Fat Fighter, we want the food first in the stomach, and then we can take it 15 minutes to an hour after we eat. And there's another advantage to that. I took a couple of Fat Fighters today after breakfast, and if I was up here and I sneezed and it was a colon product, we'd have a problem. Y'all know what I'm talking about. Yes, we're taking colon-based products. And this is so gentle, works through the stomach. Absolutely love it. It's one of our top sellers. You can get that in a package for $112, and then there's the It Pack. The It Pack's going to introduce you to a full box of wraps for the body, a full box of wraps for the face. We're going to enhance those face results with the Lifting Lip and Eye Cream. Fabulous product. Who uses that every single day? Yes. And if you haven't tried that, it is not only a great product for you, but it's fantastic to demonstrate. You can take just a small dot and place it around one of your guests' eyes and tell them that you are not going to do the other eye until they become a customer. You will see results typically within the first 30 seconds of buying that product. It's absolutely amazing. You're going to get the defining gel as well with this. We're going to also introduce you to our top selling supplement, which is our It Works Greens. Who's in love with the greens? The greens are going to give you 8, this is why you love them, because it gives you 8 servings of organic fruits and vegetables and 38 super herbs. Absolutely phenomenal. And 2 small scoops, and we offer the It Pack in our stick and our berry flavor to go. And we also have an orange flavor that's very flat in the flavor. I actually love that. My husband likes the berry because it's sweeter. Tastes like grape Kool-Aid. Awesome package called the It Pack. And then, once we put together our loyal customer program, we knew we needed to build a strong program for compensation. Who has already earned a check with It Works Global? If you have, please stand up. If you've earned a check already, wow. Indianapolis, you rock. Woo! Strong. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wow. My first check in the industry with that first company was $15.78. They said, hey, why don't I quit my job and we'll both go full time? He does not talk to me like that anymore. But it continues to grow, doesn't it? So through our compensation plan, don't we offer also the ability to go out with Rap Cash? Right? Do you love your Rap Cash?
Woo!
I've never met somebody in a Starbucks besides Stacy. Yeah, she lives in Starbucks. It's so much fun. I've watched you. You know, you go into Starbucks and you're in line. It's real busy right now because it's so cold out. And you're in line, you've got your shirt on, it says It Works. And there's a gentleman in front of you who looks down and says, well, what works? And can you reach into your pocket for those of you who are guests who, you know, we have a card, it's a coupon card, we call it a Blitz card. You pull that out and you say, well, this is what it is, and this is what it does, and I can wrap you right now, baby. Well, he's never been offered anything like that. It's like, okay. And so everyone's in there kind of listening, you know, it's packed out in there, okay, holidays. They're kind of listening. He reaches into his back pocket and opens his wallet up and pulls out a 20 and a 5. Y'all just skip on to the back room. And everyone's like, this. And you're going, oh, just lift your shirt up a little bit and drop your drawers. And you're the crinkling of the paper, and they actually unfold it, and they put it on, and he walks out, and this little fab wrap is sticking out underneath the shirt, and people are going, what is happening? And the other guys are going, hey, I want one, whatever that is. I'll take one of those. Isn't that fun? Isn't that fun? You know, I fly all the time, as you well know, and the pilot always comes out at the end, and don't we look at people different? I'm like, oh, I could do something about that man. I could have wrapped him while I flew the plane, you know, had an hour and a half here, I could have so done something. Don't you look at people different? Yeah, I'm in the airport, I'm going, thanks. It's loving, it's in a loving way, it's not a critical way. I mean, we know we can help. We can help. You want to chase them. You want to chase them back and help you with those thighs. So besides the wrap cash, we offer you a very lucrative compensation plan. You can join our party for as little as $99. And along with the compensation plan, we're going to help you unlock it with 3 simple steps. We're going to show you how to actually simply make money. Have you ever been in this industry where you were confused as how to start paying? Well, I'm going to show you how you can unlock the entire compensation plan with 3 very simple steps. Join the party for as little as $99. That's your business builder kit. That means you are now an independent distributor with GetWorks Global. And you're going to run your business every single month for as little as $80 in products that you love and can pick and choose and switch out each month. You're going to run your entire business from this day forward. No matter how much you make, that 80 will never change. And then if you want, you can purchase a mini booster kit, and it's right up here to show you what's in it. It's $149. You can purchase that the day that you join. It's only available on the day that you join because it gives you extra products to jumpstart your business. You can't run a wrap business without wraps. Gotta have wraps. We also have a party booster that you can purchase the day that you come on board, or you can purchase it any day, multiple times throughout the month. It's a strong advantage to giving you the products that you need to launch your business with a wrap party. And that is step 1. And part of the 3 steps to success is step 2 and 3. And step 2 is wrap for free. I don't know, I love to wrap. Wrapping free sounds even better. And so when you gather your first 4 loyal customers, I've talked about the loyal customer program, within your first 30 days, you're going to be rewarded with $120 in product rebate. You can pick and choose whatever you want. How many of you gathered 4 loyal customers within your first 30 days? If you did that, please stand up and let our guests know that can so happen. You guys are awesome. More people sit up and get them down. Congratulations. So they each received $120 in product rebate. They could pick and choose what they wanted. And then step 3 is find 3 to do it with you. 3 distributors that want to be a part of your company. It's as simple as asking people, have you tried that crazy wrap thing? It's that simple. And when you bring on board your first distributor and your second and your third, what you're going to do is you're going to have them complete step 1. They're going to join the party, and then they're going to wrap for free. They're going to complete step 2. And as you do that with your first 3, we're going to offer you a $500 guarantee for your efforts. And that's how you get your business started. And then once you start connecting all the dots in your business with step 1, step 2, step 3, you start to grow. Your business starts to grow. And you start to become more than just a distributor. You become an executive and on up. And if you look at our annual earnings, look at our annual earnings. There's $752 annual earnings of a distributor. And what happened was we went into a month, just a typical month in GetWorks Global, and we took every distributor, and that distributor may have just started that day, or they may have been with us a month or 2 months or 3 months, and we took a snapshot of their earnings, and some were 0 and some were more than this. But on average, it was $752 few dollars annual income. And this was before any promotion, and they had not yet completed those 3 simple steps. So how many of you are distributors and have not yet promoted in your business? Please stand up so that we can congratulate all of us. Thank you for being here tonight. You look amazing in your shirts, your black, green, and bling. And then there's our first promotion executive. Would all the executives please stand up? All the executives. And now we have our rubies who have completed the steps to success and are moving forward. All of our rubies, please stand up. And then we have our emeralds who on average, who would like an extra $10,000 income working spare time coming in annually? How about that? All our emeralds, please stand up. All our Once you become a diamond with us, with It Works Global, you get 2 raises. Have you ever gotten 2 raises in your job? You get 2 raises automatically. You're going to get an extra 2% on all your income. An extra 2%. I mean, not your income, your volume, which increases your income. An extra 2%. And you're also going to get an additional leadership bonus. And so when you promote to diamond, you can see that the income nearly doubles, and actually more than doubles from emerald to diamond, 23,000. And so, what's your name? Corey. All right, so Corey, I'm going to promote you to diamond. Are you already diamond? Presidential. That's right. I see you're sitting next to you. Corey, I'm going to demote you. Corey, I'm sorry about that, but I'm demoting you just for 5 seconds, okay? All right, you don't need to call the corporate office for this demonstration. All right, so Corey, I picked on you because you were talking. You were beautiful. Corey, you're a new diamond, okay? And you are a rap star. You're crazy about this rap thing. All right, so Corey, you sponsor this entire row. That's how on you are, okay? Because there is a $10,000 bonus that Corey wants to go. What Corey just earned, now he wants to go after the $15,000 double diamond bonus. Right? Corey wants to go after, he just got the $10,000 bonus. Now he wants to go after the $15,000 double diamond bonus. So Corey always from day one has earned a $100 fast start bonus for everyone that he sponsors. And what they do is they complete step 1, join the party, and they complete half of step 2, which means they gather 2 loyal customers. So Corey earned 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100, 100. That's paid out weekly. Okay, so every week you're getting something, you know? All right, now, you're a diamond. So what extra does he get? 80. Woo! So because you're a diamond, you're going to get an extra 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80. Yes. Woo! Here's the beautiful thing. Corey is so strong in teaching the steps to success. He's taught every single one of them. They've completed them. So what does that mean? They join the party, they gather 4 loyal customers, and they each have 3 distributors. And so that would probably fill up the next 3 rows of people. Now they each earn the $100 fast start bonus, but because Corey is their diamond leader, he earns 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, 80, as they start building their business and they start completing those steps to success, which is Corey is dynamic in coaching and teaching that, then they start sponsoring, they start earning their $100 fast start bonus, and Corey earns $80 through unlimited levels, no matter how many people come on board. With all our diamonds who are already earning that $80 leadership bonus, please stand up. With all of our double diamonds who are earning on average, which really equates to full-time income, $54,000 a year. With all our double diamonds, please stand up. More excited. Love it, love it. Thank you, double diamonds. And then you look, wow, who would like a six-figure annual income? Woo! Who would like it? You gotta call it out. All right, if I could show you exactly how to do that, would you do it? Who would do it if I could show you? Well, I can. It's called charts, and they're in a E-suite. So just print off executive and go executive. Once you do that, then print off Ruby, go Ruby. Once you do that, print off Emerald, go Emerald. Once you do that, print off Diamond, go Diamond. That's how we do it. One step at a time. With all of our triple diamonds, please stand up. And then this is when it really gets interesting. Really gets interesting. Right, Corey? Yeah. You've just been upgraded again back to presidential diamonds. All right, presidential diamonds on average earn $193,896 annually on average. On average. Now, what do you think a presidential diamond does? They do the steps to success. Every month, they recommit to the party. Every month, they purchase at least $80 in product. Every month, they're continuing to add new loyal customers because that's what we do. And every month, they continue to add new distributors. They just earn more to do it. That's what it is. Those 3 simple steps to success. With all of our presidential diamonds, join me on stage. Come on up, it's like the price is right. Okay, how are you? Good. All right, can we just close up the, we'll leave it on. Okay. Just put something in front of it if you want, like that.
I'll do my hand.
I got it, guys. I
Just put the brochure in front of it.
I got it.
All right. All right, we've got leadership in the room. Isn't this exciting? We're going to have a much bigger room, but we'll have more presidentials on stage. So tell everybody who you are and where you're from. Only have one rule. I get to hold the microphone until you go ambassador. All of y'all know that rule is right. Sad as you've done that. Okay.
Melanie Darling and from Spencer, Indiana.
Woo!
I'm Michael Darling from Spencer.
You know, when the ladies start getting dollars in their checks, men start speaking French to them. And when are we going to get our check? Yes. That's what happened with Mike.
Yes.
All right, how long have you been on board?
About 2.5 years.
2.5 years. Now, when did you reach presidential?
2.
May.
It was this year.
Bonus!
Oh, wonderful. Wonderful.
I've been excited.
What's been an aha moment for you?
Oh gosh, there are so probably one of the biggest ones was the Dr. Dawn calls. about being positive and about really owning and speaking out what you want, because that is literally what will change your whole business. So that was it.
Right, so what could you, what have you learned? What could you tell everyone? Would you all like to know, like, what it takes to do this? Yeah. What does it take? Is it really those 3 steps?
It is those 3 steps. It's just taking those 3 steps, using the products, because the products are phenomenal. And it's just being excited about the products and the opportunity to be able to change people's lives. That's it. Right.
All right, so you got no's. Have some of the no's now come back? They've seen your success?
Oh, yeah. Sitting in this room.
And so that's really what it takes. It takes persistence, doesn't it? And I probably heard more no's than everybody combined from here in 14 years. And all right, so what would you recommend that they do as far as right now, this moment in time?
I would just get out and talk to everybody that crosses your path, everyone. And because you can't, like you were saying earlier, you don't need to prejudge anyone, because we don't know what their situation is. We don't know what their needs are. And so you just need to get it out there and talk to everybody. Don't be afraid of the no's, because you're going to get so many no's, but you're going to get no's. Yes. So.
Mike, what's it been like for you? I mean, were you watching for a while? You're now involved, or tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, yeah, I'm very involved now. I didn't want to do it at first. Only came to May of 2012 and told me that she would be doing this company. We've had some failures in the past, so I was like, all right, whatever. How much is it? $99. Okay. This is Pentecost. Company. Whatever. So when conference came around in 2013, I had a few changes. So pretty much jumped on board after that.
So how important is it for everyone to attend the conference?
It is very important. It will change your entire perspective. Even if you're excited now, you have no idea how excited you're going to be.
And another thing, you look at it as if you look at everything as an expense, not an investment, and not look at it as generating income, you'll always have expenses. So it's a strong investment in their future, isn't it?
Absolutely is. It's a good investment for your company.
Right. So there's a lot of men in the room. All the men wave to Mike. Yep. Any guys out there like wondering how the heck do I participate in this business? Anybody want to say that? Nope, they're all good. Oh, there's 2 that she keeps pointing to her.
I can definitely tell you how to participate in this to help your spouse or girlfriend or whatever. Be patient. You're going to have to be patient. You're not always going to be patient, but you need to be patient. Because it's going to pay off.
There you go. Thanks, Mike.
Woo!
All right, so tell everybody now, Skylar was instrumental in putting this meeting on. Right up from absolutely way before the snow comes. Next year, August. All right, so tell everybody who you are.
I'm Skylar Lambert, and I'm president of Diamond, and I am from here, Greenwood, actually, right south of here.
I'm Corey, and I'm the husband.
Proud husband. All right, so Skylar, when did you come on board?
June of 2012, or after my mom signed up.
And it wasn't real easy for you in the beginning, was it?
No, the first month I didn't really do anything, and once I caught the vision and went to an event kind of like this, it absolutely took off the look of my face. So,
All right, so do you want to know what does she mean it took off and what? Would you like it to take off and what? We all live in this little bubble, and I call it the Facebook bubble. everyone knows everything about you. Well, you might think that, but they don't. They don't do that.
I mean, I just got excited about it. I went to that first event and I didn't really believe in any of it before. My mom made me go to the event. I had a 2-month-old baby and we were facing foreclosure notices and all kinds of bad stuff. So I just went to make my mom happy and I was a distributor, but I was thinking, you know, I'm not really going to do anything with this. And I got to the event and I was so inspired and I saw people that were my age. I was 24 at the time, getting on stage and talking about making, you know, $6,000 a month, and I was like, there's no way that I could ever do that. And they kept talking, and I was like, well, if they did it and it came from that, then maybe I can do this too. And I literally just got excited and started talking to everybody that I knew. So,
all right, so you talked to everyone you knew. Did you post on Facebook? Did you physically call people?
At first, I was just posting on Facebook. I just posted my before and after picture, and like everybody wanted to know about it. So then I got them on the phone. I started getting people's phone numbers and starting to build that relationship with them. And then most of them joined my team, and if they didn't, they signed up to be a customer. So I really think that Facebook's an awesome tool, but if you actually get some phone time with them or some FaceTime, that's what's going to get them on board.
Yeah, we assume that because we post something, they're all getting it or they'll respond, but we have to take it further, don't we? And just personally ask.
Yes, you really just need to talk to people. Get out there, get out from behind the computer and talk to people.
You've been to quite a few of our events. You've gotten to know us really, really well. How important is it for everyone to come to online?
You have no idea what you're missing if you don't come. The first year that I went, I sold a vehicle to go. Like we had an extra vehicle and I talked him into selling it. He fixed it up a little bit and it was two-tone and had a red door and a champagne body. And he sold it and we used that money to get to conference because my mom was like, I don't know what it is about this thing, but everybody says if you go, your income will double, triple, quadruple. She's like, you can't afford not to go. And I was like, okay, well, I guess we're selling our car. So we went. And that's exactly what happened. I went from Emerald to Double Diamond that year, and then the next year at conference, I went from Double to Presidential within just 3 months.
What were you like in the beginning when mom brought this to us?
I was just like, you know, it's not gonna happen. I don't really do with it. I don't care how much it costs, you're not doing it. Yeah, I mean, that's how it was. For the whole month.
What happened? What changed your mind? Wow, that'll bring them around quick. All right, so what's your support now? I mean, are you actively involved in the business?
Yeah, I try to be as much as I can, but mainly I'm about 70% mom and dad. I run the house, so I try to take all that.
Woo!
Most men in the house are going to Mac people. You know, women run so high on emotion, guys run on the Mac. So you know what's going on right now with your income. You know, there was another company that's been around for over 40 years. Now we've been around for 14. We're going to have about 14 to 16,000 at our conference this year. And I remember when we had 50. So this particular company had over 100,000 at their conference, which shows you the kind of growth, what we have so to look forward to. So when you look at 2015 coming up, you know the math, you know the business, you can probably look at the comp plan. What do you foresee?
I just always think that if we had an average of 70,000 active distributors right now, everybody signed up for it, we would be at 140,000. It's just, it's going to be insane.
How many people live here in Indianapolis?
2 maybe 2 million.
I asked the wrong answer. It's a lot. Well, 70,000 is All right. Thank you both so much. Thank you. Thank you for coming. I really appreciate it. All right, so tell us who you are and where you're from.
I'm Tammy Feeding, and I am from Grand Haven, Michigan.
So positive. All right, so how long have you been on board?
I signed up 2 days before conference in January 2012, and then I flew to conference.
That really gave you the jump start, didn't it? Do you think you'd be here today if you had not gone?
I don't know that I would be. I came home from conference so fired up, you guys. I went there, I didn't have one customer, I didn't have one distributor. And I flew there, I didn't have a car, I didn't have anybody picking me up. I just figured it out. And I had one little suitcase. And so I get there, and I was so excited when I came home that I didn't die in the suitcase and got my $10,000.
I'm trying to get at, you can't explain the emotion. You know, it's like if you're there tonight, and you're sitting and you've been on board for a while and you don't have that first distributor or that first customer, or maybe you've gotten 3 or you can't find them anymore. And, you know, or 5 even, you can't find them anymore. It's when it gets in you. It's when you get passionate. It's on the inside that it oozes out, and for some reason, it shifts everything. People start responding.
That is so true. And when you come home from conference, you guys need to get there and you need to come home and you need to go talk to everybody. Don't be afraid. Just go talk to them. Pour your heart out to them, because when you pour out your excitement, they're going to follow you. We just drove to the border of Virginia, the most southern eastern part of Ohio, yesterday and did a launch party. Nobody there's ever heard of it. And then decided to drive here and see you.
I've not been to West Virginia when it works. I've not been to the majority of the states. Isn't that crazy? That's how open this opportunity is. What could you tell everyone here to go do tonight? Like, what could they post? Who could they call? How could they get their business started tonight?
I would say go out and tell everybody that you're going to help them earn $10,000 extra in their income next year. Go send 5, 10 people that message. I want to help you increase your income by $10,000 next year. Are you game or not?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So this is
My biggest aha moment is getting to these events. You know, I follow you everywhere. I go everywhere that I can. I get to every event that I can, and I bring as much to these events.
I like your hair color. Looks good. All right, let's give it up. All right. Yeah, we're powerful. We have 45 ambassador diamonds in the entire world. That is intense. 45 in the entire world. We've got a couple here with us tonight.
Woo!
And I would love for them to come up and share their story. On average, their income is $585,909, and they're all bike centers tonight. Stacey Brindlewicker, please.
Good evening, Indianapolis.
Woo!
Hey, so fun to be back here again this year. Well, most of you have heard my story, but for those of you that haven't, I'll keep it kind of brief for you because I do want you to hear from Brent and his story. And then, no pestilence. That's our rule before we come up. We're from a little farther south, down in Evansville, Indiana. And we've been with It Works a little over 4 years. I was introduced to this crazy wrap thing, not by chance. It was a miracle. It was exactly what we were needing in our life. We needed to get healthy ourselves. We were helping our daughter get healthier at the time. And a friend said, hey, I've got something I think you need to take a look at.
And so we sat down and talked about that, the product line, the greens, oh, they were amazing. And that crazy wrap thing, I put it on myself and it worked. I had results in 45 minutes. And to be honest with you, I've been a school teacher and then I had been in another network marketing company. So I was able to be home with my kids and take care of them. And I had looked at a lot of comp plans. I didn't really 100% understand it works comp plan, but when I looked at it, I thought, wow, there was some money to be made here. And I had wanted to get out and help people get healthier. And so, we had that conversation, hey, I think this is something I'm gonna do. And he said, okay, I'll watch the kids. And we have a special needs daughter. And so it was a lot of responsibility on him to say, yes, I'll watch the kids for 2 nights a week. You go meet people, you go help people, educate them, and teach them how to get healthier. And I'm not a nurse, I'm not a doctor, like I said, I was a school teacher, but really had a passion for getting healthier myself and helping other people. So I just did 1 to 2 parties a week. That's all. I mean, we didn't do social media. There was no Instagram, Pinterest, or Twitter. Those didn't exist. Facebook, you didn't post anything. Like, it was 1 post a week, and that was about like something with your life. But there was no posting daily, let alone a body part. You put down stuff flying through our news feeds like we do now. And so, we just did belly to belly. 1 to 2 parties a week, getting out there and sharing information about the product. There was always cash in our jar, so people always said, I'm in, sign me up as a distributor because I want to make some of that extra income for my family too. And for 2 years, that's all we did. And then, or I guess for a year, for 1 year. We continued partying after that first year, but for 1 year, that's all we did. And then he and I went to an event with a couple women. Christy was with us, Misty was with us, and we drove to Nashville. And there was a room about exactly this size, and we attended a training. We met our upline. I had just went Emerald because we found out about those chart things. Okay, I had been a Ruby for an entire year. I didn't know how I got there, but I was a Ruby for my whole first year. Doing 1 to 2 parties a week. Okay, now I'm more like diamond status though, if you would know what I know now. But I went to that meeting as an Emerald, and I was so wanted that diamond jacket. You guys see those diamond jackets? I was like furious at the line of diamonds coming up, brand new diamonds, and I was just an Emerald. I wanted a jacket. I know that sounds crazy. We didn't have a $10,000 bonus back then. The comp plan was great. I was making great money, but it wasn't about the money. It was like, wow, that jacket. And I want to be up there with those girls. And so, Brent sat in that meeting with me, and we signed him up on the way home. I'm not going to steal his part of the story, but that day changed our life. That one meeting, that crazy wrap thing we had going on, 1 to 2 parties a week was great. It was providing a lot of additional income for our family. We were getting healthier. We were helping other people get healthier. But that day changed our lives because we met Melody and Blair McFarland, the first ambassador diamonds in this company, who are our upline ambassadors. We met Tina and Bubba Hatcliffe and Rusty and Robin Lackey, and we saw the bigger vision. I mean, Mark Pentecost was actually supposed to be there, but he was in a bicycle accident and broke his shoulder. That was just 3 years ago, 3.5 years ago. So we saw the vision of the company and where it was going, and such an amazing opportunity. And just as it is today, just like Kim said, such a ground floor opportunity with only 70,000 distributors in the whole world. And so we left that day and said, okay, not only we're going to continue to do the same thing, 1 to 2 wrap parties a week, maybe 3 to 4, because our teams were growing really quickly. We had those charts. And then we knew we had purpose, like let's focus on the business side of it as well and help people make this additional income. Because we all know, you saw the chart. A diamond makes more than a distributor, right? A triple diamond makes more than a diamond. So you want to be on purpose with that. Print those charts out. Have them in front of you. I tell my team, sleep with them under your pillow. And I'm not joking when I say that. Like, it should be on your bathroom counter in the morning, in your mirror. It should be in the car with you, in your bag. They go everywhere with you. So you're focused on what your goals are. And those are people that are in those charts. So people with goals and dreams and lives. And you're helping these people achieve their goals and dreams and lives. So you stay focused on yours and grab the people that want to run with you. And so, I guess 2 years into it, social media started playing a little bit. We started posting more on Facebook. We, started building our business outside of Indiana, actually. We kind of stayed in Indiana for the first couple of years, but through social media, we were able to expand. I think last time I checked the distributor map, there's not a country or state that we don't have somebody in now. All over the world. I know some people that are gonna be here, and I'm not sure who else is gonna be here. I don't know who's at another One Team, One Mission tonight, or another meeting around the world, or wrap party, because that's what this is about. It's about helping people. Like Pam said, a few who get a few, who get a few, who get a few, and people start helping people, and it spreads, it goes viral, right? And that's what we want. We want to make a difference throughout the whole world. We want to impact the world. And you guys have to really realize that this event right now tonight, use this as your catalyst. Use this as the one moment to go, I'm going to change my family's future, and I'm going to help as many people as possible change their futures with this crazy rap thing. You know, I was a school teacher. I never was born and said, I'm going to grow up and be a rapper. I'm going to rap fat and see body parts that I didn't think I was supposed to see. But I love it. I love rapping people. I love the look on their face when you show them their before and after picture right in front of them, and they're just blown away. And I swear, you know, it's magic. That's it. We don't need to know anything else. But know that you are worth it. You deserve this. Your family deserves it. So I love Dr. Don. You pull those labels away. Throw those away. Cast them up. Get rid of them. And know that you're no different than me. I've just talked to more people and rapped more people. So the more you talk to people, the more you share this information about the product or the income opportunity with people, the more comfortable you get, the better you'll get. You may never want to stand up here and talk in front of people, and that's okay. You don't have to, but maybe you do. Maybe you do. Whatever your dreams are, stay focused on what you want. Be you, and know you can do this. You have the vehicle right now with It-Works Global. I'm going to guarantee you there's nothing out there, nothing that is like this company, this opportunity you have your hand on. The products are amazing. And this compensation plan is crazy real. And you deserve every single bit of it. And this company has the money to pay you every single bit of it. We're a debt-free company. You just watched. In 3 months, they've given away $1.2 million like that. Who does that? Does your job do that? No. Not I just offered you the chance to win $20,000 or the chance to earn 10 or 15 or 25 or 50 or 75 in a matter of months, right? So know you can do it. Know you're worth it. Stamp it on your forehead. I am worthy. Put it on your bathroom mirror. Write it on the inside of your car window while you're driving pages in the road. Television. I am worthy. Know you can do this. Turn it over to Brent.
And I was 4.5 years or almost 4.5 years ago in July. I was just taking a van load of women, it's like walk here tonight. I'm gonna drop them off in Nashville. I was gonna just head on down to the trip. You know, all when it's done, I'll pick it back up. So I got there, parked the van. I'm like, well, I might as well go in here and see who's here, what's going on, because you know, she was part of this thing. And I was fine watching kids, you know, and doing some dishes and things. You know, it's really not, you know, what I've been doing. I've been in construction business all my life, 20-something years now. And went in, kind of looked around, saw a few other guys, and it seemed like every time I go to the bathroom, here come Blair or Rusty Lackey, they didn't come on time, they kind of drip on me a little bit. So I ended up, I stayed there all day, did not leave, thought it was really cool, seen other guys doing this, but the thing that really hit me more than anything was Blair McFarland, Rusty. Rusty was up on stage and he said, you own your time. And I thought, you know, construction company, I got, you know, I think I had 44 employees at that time. I started thinking, man, you know, I thought I owned my time, but I really don't own my time. Those guys own my time. I mean, I have to still get up at 5 or 6 in the morning and my phone would ring at midnight. And I sat back and it hit me on the way home. I said, man, I'm going to sign up for this too. If they can do this, I can do this. So that's how I got started with the company. I have 4 employees left doing some maintenance. I got rid of all my trucks, all my excavation. And now I build just a few things just for fun or less. And well, it keeps me out of the house, and it also it keeps me around people. So I'm constantly dripping and getting more business. I just sit home and do dishes. I'm not seeing anybody. I'm okay on Facebook, but you know that's not my deal. I like getting in front of people. I like listening. I mean, I got right here in my pocket.
Woo!
Think about that. Do you own your time? You know, now I get up when I want to. I don't get up when I want to.
Woohoo!
And then residual income, you know, I thought I had residual income. I never had residual income because time I got the money in this pocket, it didn't stay in this pocket. And those guys still own that residual income. If I wasn't at work, my company wasn't making money. Like, you know, like when you get 1% of hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, you get that check every month. So the biggest thing I want to tell you though, to make this business work is excitement and passion. If you don't have excitement and passion, they're going to buy you first. And I don't care what you got to sell or what you have. So if you walk out, I work with my gear all the time, and that just opens the door for a warm market. And excitement and passion is it. There's something else I'm going to tell you. I'm not the best speaker, as you can tell, but you know, for the men, I know what it's going to be. The men, you know, how do I bring this to other guys and stuff? You know, I'm not going to go up to a guy and go, hey man, I'll think about the rap. Get up here, bud. I've never rapped anybody except for Stacy. What I do is, I know almost every guy has a wife or a girlfriend, and so I introduce them to the products that I use. You know, I'm on regular and Confianza. I was on 5 prescription meds, and I've not been on no meds in over 3 years. My health is improved tremendously. I got a health screen here for my life insurance policy, and I was actually preferred status. I've never been preferred status, ever. And so I know what products work. So I introduced a lot of my buddies to the product, and then I said, you know, here's my card. Get this to your wife or girlfriend who will love this. And that's how I get my foot in the door with the rap. All right, thank you.
Crazy fun. All right, can we get to the next slide, please? Oh, let's give it up for those that spoke up here today. We all have choices in life, and I made a choice, it was a very difficult one actually when I think back about flying down and meeting 2 gentlemen that I could really hardly understand a word they said. But I was just, for some reason, something told me to go. Have you ever gotten those little nudges? We get them almost every day. So if you're getting a nudge tonight to, maybe you want to just try the products, you're a guest here and you haven't had an opportunity to do that, please come on board as a loyal customer and experience not only the wrap, but the greens for your health, other products that maybe speak out to you that you need to help make your life even better. And if you're thinking about being a distributor with us, then just get back with the person who invited you here tonight. Sit down and have a conversation about why you want to start a business with us. What's your why? What's your reason? We'll help you get started with very simple steps to success. And then for those of you who are with us as part of our company, if you have not come on board about going to Limelight, please consider it. Please consider it. It is such a strong investment, not only in your business today, but in your future business next year. You will have the most incredible time of your life, I can assure you of that. We are pulling out all the stops. We're going to be in Disney. And we had the party of all parties of every party that could ever possibly party last year. And we had 7 parties every time we talked about the party. We're taking it up a whole nother level for that Friday night event that you are going to be blown away. Also, lots and lots and lots and lots of surprises. Right now, we're offering you the bonuses for the month of November, December. I can promise you they will not be back in January. We've got even more. We have the holiday packs that are available to you right now, so get those while they last. And most importantly, just come up after this and let me know who you are. And if you want a hug, I'll give you a hug. I thank you so much for being a part of our company, our journey, because without you, we would not be where we are.
Okay, everybody, Pam is gonna be standing over here, so if you'd like to get a picture with her, you're gonna come on around this way and, hug her like she said. Maybe give her a kiss on the cheek, I don't know. Thank you everybody so much for coming tonight. We had such a great time, Skylar. You are absolutely amazing. We love you, and go Indianapolis! Thank you guys for coming. I really appreciate it. Have a good night.
Just control the volume for that line. They went pretty well. I feel like I'm missing a lot. Yeah, drawing and all that. Wife's calling me, sorry. Oh, yeah, good. You're good. You're good. Good show, my man.
Yeah, pretty good. I'm trapped.
You what?
I'm trapped.
She has to do something. I just watch it. Yeah. actually, once they run, I don't have to worry about focusing something and moving it so that good. All about I'm so I don't want you to know you're live streaming right now. Your body is. I know it my battery's put back here for my laptop.
Thank you. You know we're in the way that we can't get out.
I feel you for a second.
I guess. As soon as I can get What? Done wrapping after all.
Okay, let's stop that broadcast.
Well,